I'm never on Reddit because I'm scarred from my experiences with Reddit in Dota 2. Weird feeling going from being liked to not liked. Anyway, speaking of two people we love, we've got Beastie and we've got Kyojari. Beastie on the Japanese, Kyojari on the Ayubids. This is an intriguing matchup, actually. I quite like the Japanese in this game for a fast castle race. And the reason I like them is actually a lot of the options for Ayyubids to open up with get completely steamrolled by the Japanese. What I mean by that? Well, if you're going to do your atypical camel boy thing, because you are the chosen knight of camel lots, I'm sorry, that was terrible, then you're going to get countered by Onimusha. If you go Gulams, Onimusha. Or Mounted Samurai. If you go anything else, Mounted Samurai, right? Like, I actually think Japan has a really good tech timing, especially considering that if they go on the berries with Tawara into Takazaiku, they can gather berries quicker than the Ayyubids can. So the interesting thing is, if this was one of those kind of delayed Castle Age where you play a little bit of Feudal Age, I actually think it would be better for Ayyubids, because then you're able to get Golden Age 2, and you ramp up a bit faster. Not to mention Golden Age 1 for the gathering. But what typically happens in this matchup is Japan just doesn't wait around. They have no chill. So you end up just building no production buildings. You don't even get Golden Age 1 before you get into Age 3. Kura Storehouse now on the way for Beastie. And by the way, if you're wondering how the hell do Onimusha ever beat Camel Lancers if you don't have a front line? Good question. Have you ever heard of Kaburia? A lot of players still seem to not have, because quite often I see that strategy attempted without Kaburia, but the logic is if you get Kaburia, the Camel Lancers just can't gap close you. They can't stick on top of you, right? And you just snipe them down. So we have got Desert Raider on the way. Another reason why Onimusha would feel great here. An outpost is coming up. So yeah, that's pretty much confirming it. If this outpost looks too defensive, remember you're up against Desert Raiders, not against longbows. So you can pretty much outpost anywhere and it's good enough. But you want to outpost close to where you're gold gathering so your villagers have a short distance to run instead of a long distance. And remember, because he's playing Japanese, it's got that nice little stone trickle that means he can afford an arrow slits. So let's speed up the first 2 minutes ahead of us, because there should be pretty much no aggro. Fast. Oh, there's my boy. Okay, so I said it benefits the Ayyubids if things slow down a bit and Feudal gets played a bit. However, what you have to keep in mind is what favors one person doesn't necessarily favor the other, and I think BC is going to be aware of that. What reason could he really have to play Feudal Age? I'm not sure a small group of archers can apply enough pressure. Okay, maybe they can. But then again, like, going Horseman isn't terrible here for Beastie, right? Because if you go Horseman, then you have a counter to the Desert Raider and the archers. So Kyojari kind of has to do that thing that Ayyubid players never do. He has to build Spearmen. This play that he's doing only works if he builds Spearmen now. My worry is that Kyojari is going to try to just optimize a ram timing here, which means he won't have the wood to build a Rax, let alone spears as well. Hello, Hermes Prime. Thank you very much for the resub, buddy. Talking about the Swarm. Shout out to good old Hermes Prime, providing some funding for tournaments in AoE4. So Horseman and Yumi. Okay, so this is an unnecessary component, but it's because Beastie's giving the appropriate respect to Kyojari. He's anticipating that he's going to be up against spears. It's just wild because there's no spears. Like, this actually gives Kyojari a bit of an advantage unless Beastie all-ins it now. Because this is overkill. Double stables and an archery range. Wild. Horseman. He's just going to chase in. Scout needs to move away, otherwise he's going to lose it. Yeah, he realizes it. I love the fact that he just goes in onto the archer instead. But yeah, definitely a miss micro there. Beastie, no need to have sent the scout in like that. He can, of course, rebuild one because he's got double stables. In the meantime, the Horseman is going to find his value, though. Gets a Desert Raider, gets an archer. Could easily get 2 more archers before he dies. Especially the way that Beastie's micro in this. Just to stay away from the other archers. One more stab. Oof, not quite able to get it. And then you see immediately Kyojari's like, okay, now I can't fight at all. That one has full HP. I'm going to lose 5. New Desert Raider is at least coming out. I still find this Yumi detail perplexing. It's so unnecessary here. Animation also being prepped. I guess BC wants to experiment, because this to me is like the easiest castle game now, right? If you just played a handful of horsemen. And now, all of a sudden, you're in this weird situation as Kiljadi where you can't go spearmen, so you have to go for the stables. So typically, like 2 minutes of Feudal Age to 3 minutes is good for Ayyubids, but any longer and you feel like you're at a disadvantage. And that's really true in this matchup for multiple reasons. For a start, you are disadvantaged at blacksmiths. Ayyubids don't do well at adding in blacksmiths before Castle Age. Meanwhile, the Japanese have them by default because of the mining camp. Then, on top of that, to make it even more spicy, you have to remember that over time, the melee take advantage. The stone generation that gets you into them, and then also can get you into abandonment down the line, means that a long Feudal Age is really good for Japan. A long Feudal Age, I can't think of many civs that function worse with that idea than Ayyubids. Like, Ayyubids are a timing civ. They're all about these techs into an immediate benefit. So the longer they have to play in the early age, the worse it gets. Unless you're going trade wing, but then again, you know, most players like winning games, they don't do trade wing. Sorry, I just got to throw shade out there at trade wing. It sucks. And Kiljadi has now been baited, guys. Look at the resources. This is what I was worried was going to happen. The way that the Feudal Age play works for Ayyubids is they set the terms. If at any stage in the play you feel like you are no longer setting the terms, you need to stop. Right then. You need to just go castle. Because the moment that you start to be out of control of the flow of Feudal Age, your armies are just inherently worse. He's in trouble now. Beastie is going to lose 2 of the horsemen, but it doesn't matter, right? He's forced to wall up at home. He's forced the army to sit at home. And it means that even if Kiljadi was to keep committing everything into Feudal Push, he's not going to be in position to do anything with it. Now, because you're only up against, what, Desert Raiders, Horsemen, Archers, this should just simply be Stables play. You could go Onimusha, there's just no point against Desert Raiders. You go for the Mount Samurai because although you have high base damage that gets reduced by camel on ease, you still hit insanely hard. You could, in theory, open Onimusha, but I actually think with the archer range already there, you just queue up to Onimusha in a normal timing and spam Mount Samurai. The logic being is that you're able to get your hands on just enough Onimusha to like help against the eventual camel lancers, and also hit the Desert Raiders quite hard in the meantime. But you focus on just getting that melee blob. In fact, I'm starting to wonder, this might actually just be a relic drop in a eco building. Because he's building a 3rd stable for no clear reason. Wow, look at the stone. He's almost got what he needs for the daimyo. If he just goes Onimusha and plus Mount Samurai with daimyo timing here, this is huge. Remember, the Uma Bannerman will buff up both the Onimusha and the Mounted Samurai, so your entire comp is going to get 15% more damage. Essentially offsetting the camel unease they suffer from. Ram coming from Kiljadi. This is what he wanted to do all along, but the problem is it's way too late now. He's going in. Gold gathering, needs to be quick on this. Beastie, he says, okay, 300 is going to have to do. Daimyo queued up as well. Kiljadi is flooding right now. He's starting to save for a tech up. He might actually have to go advancement wing here. I don't think playing too long of a feudal works well for him. Yumi, Agami Dove though. Beastie. Where's the army? What did he do with the Yashiro? He dropped in the TC! I freaking knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want him to do it because this is insanely greedy. He's focusing on eco-inflation. In a game where, realistically, yes, you have got 3 stables, but there's a difference between having 3 stables and having 3 stables worth of production speed in one building. It's the timing, right? You aren't getting your initial Mount Samurai out quick enough here. So damage done. Now it looks like he's going to be patrolling towards the gold, so he knows that Beastie is gold starved. But look at this move. Beastie out into the mid-map, you crafty son of a gun. Kiljardi, now he has an issue. Because he's so in at this point, he can't go looking on the flanks. He's committed to the base. The worst part still is because it's a free stables build instead of a Yurishiro, he's not going to know that Beastie still has gold until it's too late. Now it's Samurai. Need to be careful not to be outnumbered here. It's going to be a soft point reset. Horseman trying to scout the backside. At least find the workers, but Mount Samurai will be able to clear that up. In the meantime, stables are being attacked though. Wait, he's building Yumi still. I mean, it makes sense, right? There's no reason to build into Onimusha right now. Can't believe this. Kiljardi's genuinely just going to play an all-in feudal Ayyubid. What? There's Ayyubid and then there's Ayyubid. And all-in feudal tends to lean towards the latter. What is this build? He's going to have to go up soon. Quite a few Desert Raiders coming through. He's actually actively producing Desert Raiders, right? Which is just wild in this build. He's full cav, right? He's legit just building mass horsemen, mass Desert Raiders. Now here's the problem. BC does now have resources, but what he doesn't have is pop space or production. So, weirdly enough, Kiljardi is still winning this in age behind. He needs to get more Desert Raiders here ASAP, though. The problem is, instead, they're massacring the villages. Wait, what? Beastie? No, 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 no. Dude, that's 5 melee armor. Oh, my God. I don't think he realized. When they ran in, I think Beastie thought those were just horsemen. Wow. He has to be counting his lucky stripes. He didn't lose more there. Archery range now built behind the TC. In the meantime, horsemen have flooded to the south side. Kiljardi, can he really be doing this? Is he really beating Japanese from Feudal Age Ayubids? Relic on the side. I mean, BC just doesn't know what to do with it. Oh my God. Honestly, Kiljardi, just don't tech up. Like, legit, like, invest this. I feel like the only way you lose this now is if you tech up. Or if you make a mistake like that. Kiljardi, no! What was that? Kiljardi may have just snatched defeat from what felt like an inevitable victory here. I feel like I need to get some sort of peripheral sponsor so I can highlight that if Kiljardi just had insert mouse and keyboard here, he would have reacted quick enough to survive. Oh my God. That is brutal. BC should have been dead in this game, but he's alive now because of that. He didn't just delete horsemen there. He deleted, like, what was that? I think it was 4 horsemen, 3 Desert Raiders. That's expensive as all hell. Kiljardi is like that weird plot twist to try and make sure that the protagonist wins the movie, right? You know, where it's like, the only person who can defeat me is me. Delete key. And then you walk out the cinema like, that was the dumbest cop-out ever. They should have lost that. The bad guys should have won. Unbelievable. Kiljardi has at least now got the age up coming. It is going to be a logistics wing, but I mean, what does it do at this point? There's 3 relics in the enemy base. You're not getting value out of it. I can't believe this. Well, at least Kiljardi gets to walk away from this one going, the only person who could defeat me was me. No, this is bad, guys. Kiljardi is notably late to his castle timing. Beastie is starting to breathe a little. Yes, he's taken a hit to his eco. But considering Kiljardi did not go for the growth wing, that eco lead isn't going to now suddenly inflate. It's going to be about relics in a game where Beastie already got 3 behind the walls. Is it normal for relics to spawn like this? It is when you pull them back to your side of the map and then die. Oh my god, is he really making this a 4 relic game? Say it ain't so, Joe. Wait, he's got the other relic coming home. Are you kidding me right now? Killjadi's like, please, wildlife, help me. Help me. Oh my god. There is no way this has turned into a 5 relic game. He went logistics wing. He might be able to grab this. I actually think that Beastie needs to read this and push it right now. He's moving across now with the spears and the archers. Well, in the meantime, just to let his opponent know what's happening. Does he see it? Killjadi! He sneaks by. He baits him over. Killjadi just saved himself from pure agony here. He gets the 2 relics away. What a play. That was sick. He knew that BC had to react to that play, right? Like, because it's a flank cavalry force that might hit economy. So all of a sudden, what should have been a 5 relic game for BC is going to turn to a 3-2 split still in his favor. But at least it's enough to keep Killjadi in the game. That was insane. I mean, he's still got a logistics wing play that doesn't feel as impactful, right? But credit to him, he at least made it somewhat recovered, right? Like, that was close to being the most worthless logistics wing we've ever seen in our lives. At least now it's something in his stomach. Still, though, after all this, for your opponent to end up with 3 relics, and especially to have yoinked one from your side of the map, is just frankly insane. Sacred sites can now be locked in. Killjadi currently has map control. Beastie is playing Damas Yumi, and I can already hear Face screaming from a continent away. They were good. They helped. Guys, this is what people are getting wrong about Japan. Fast castle into Yumi, all of a sudden you have regular archers that move faster. You're basically just HRE archer spam in a different age. It just requires your opponent doesn't go castle age. Camel Lancer count is getting pretty high. I do not like the fact that Beastie is adding in Samurai. Because he has seen these Camel Lancers, right? I'm pretty sure he scouted them. So the fact that he's going Samurai instead of Mass Spearman here is kind of intriguing. Then again, there is no ranged armor whatsoever. Am I really about to watch Camel Lancers lose against Yumi? Oh my god, I am. No. Spearman. Moving into Denta as well. Archers are getting sniped down. I can't believe this. BC's just going to stand his ground against this. Trades out against the Desert Raiders. Spearman is still alive, by the way. There's still 5 of them left over. He genuinely just lost with Camel Lancers against Yumi. Oh my god. Undermesh finally comes in to minimize it a little bit, but it's already been maximized. I cannot believe this. Yumi beat Camel Lancers. My content creator brain is like, what do I even put on the thumbnail? What is the story of this game? There's just so many wild parts about it. Yumi now moving on the eco as well. Killjadi. Uh-oh. Guys, you can't run away from these. 1.38 movement speed. A little bit of a missed micro there, but now you have to build up a wall. Oh, no. He's going to delete the wall instead. If you try to rebuild it, you die as well. Wait. Oh, BC didn't realize. So Killjadi keeps his eco lead. Now trying to cut reinforcements. BC does need to reset. Holy crap, that was huge, though. He would have lost another 4 or 5 villages there. No textiles, right? This is wild, though. Yumi are going to get back behind the walls. And a keep drop now from Killjadi. Oh my god. Is this game really about to swing again? The Yumi aren't here. The Samurai are outnumbered. They're going to start clashing, but this isn't a good fight for them. This game has everything. Killjohnny once again in that the only person who can defeat me is myself. But this time, I unbinded my delete key. I think Beastie's ready to beat you though. No, no, no. Too many years lost. The only person who can beat me is myself. Killjohnny for the second time in the game. Beastie with the overwhelming lead here now. You know, I've always been thinking, ever since Doubt stopped playing AoE4, we really do need a Doubt. I think Killjohnny just took that title. No, it's not that catastrophically bad, but it's definitely up there. Well, the good news for Killjohnny is he does have enough stone to now protect his TC. Just needs to drop a keep right here. The bad news is Yumi are on the way, so you might die trying to build it up. I can't believe this game. And we've got an Ono Bagisha switch up now on the way. Beastie, second TC as well, by the way. Kura Storehouse, limited farms. He has got food income temporarily. Remember, he's got the deers and the berries. But once they run out, he's going to need a full farm transition. So Beastie is looking to strike while the iron is hot here. Oh my god. Yumi marching in. And that's painful. The Katana Bannerman are tanking right now. TC's doing no damage. I really think they need to just add an animation Katana Bannerman where they swing the sword around like they're deflecting a million arrows. Yumi raiding in, A-click, start to hit the house, and not again. No, 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 no. No, don't do this to yourself. There's no textiles. Killjohnny, please. Not like this. Not again. Samurai charging in. He's not going to get it. He really is the Tao of AoE4. No. Beastie on top of the world right now. Killjohnny. I just don't know what it is about him in these games. Villagers are dead. This is over.